How you doing, folks? Welcome back to the Kilted Drama and another little whiskey in the woods. Anyone that's new to the channel and you like what you see, consider hitting the subscribe button and I'll keep you up to date as new videos are added. So if any of you have kept yourself up to speed on my social media channels, you'll have seen in the last day or so that I've been through to Glen Moray Distillery through in Elgin. While I was there, I took the opportunity to pick up a couple of bottles that were needing restocked on my shelves, and I thought I'd just share one of them with you today. So this one is part of the Glen Moray Elgin Classic range, and this is the Peated expression. If any of you know Glen Moray, it's a Speyside whisky, and although peated Speysides are not rare, it's not always a common thing. But with Glen Moray at their Elgin Classic range, which is their 40% relatively inexpensive range of whiskies, they continue to have the peated expression available all the time. What that means is basically the barley that they've used in this has been dried using peat, so that the barley is being infused with the smoke of the peat before it starts the process. So what do we know about Glen Moray Peated? Well, I've had this a lot. As I said, this is me restocking on my shelf. I kind of know what this tastes like, what it smells like. So I just thought I'd give you some of my opinion on how this is as a dram. On the nose, this comes over, for me, initially there's that definite peat. It's got that Speyside sweetness, that vanilla comes from the bourbon casks that generally get used over there. It's got that candy, sort of butterscotch sweetness, maybe a bit of pear, apple, that orchard fruit sweetness. That's all there that you'll find in the Speyside. But it's got these layers of the peat essence, let's say, when you get a good smell at it. So it's definitely peated. It's not lightly peated for me. Giving it a taste, again, the peat is there. It influences the dram. You know, it's not just there as a side note. It's there involved in what's coming in. You'll still get that sweetness, you'll still get that vanilla, that almost honey, heathery sort of tastes. They're all still there, but their layers of peat comes through. I'm not going to say this is a complex dram. It's not. But there are tastings that you can find in it. You can sit back on an autumn's evening, something like that, and it's got that spicy warmness about it as well. It's got an almost, I'm not going to say a long finish, it's probably, for me, there's a medium slightly pushing towards long on it, and again there's a spiciness. Now, it comes out at 40%. I don't think it presents at 40%. I actually think, for me, it comes over at slightly higher than 40%. Maybe that's the peat coming through in it. But for me, the Glen Moray Elgin Classic Peated is actually a really nice, sitting in the evening, uncomplicated dram that I'm quite happy with. Now, as I said, it's in their inexpensive range. I think that puts a lot of people off. They walk past it, they'll see it on the shelf in the supermarket and they walk past it. What I would say is, I actually picked this bottle up. I think £25 standard, you'll see it down to £22, even £20. I think I paid £24 for this yesterday. It's not going to break the bank to pick this up and give it a really good try. For people that are used to their peat, they might find it not as powerful. For those that are maybe just wanting to get into peat, they're moving away from that sweet whiskies, this might be a good starter for you. But it's definitely a good whisky to have on the shelf. 20 odd quid, guys, definitely worth a wee try. Slàinte.